Good morning. Welcome to Undisputed. I'm Jenny Tapp with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great, Jenny. How are you this morning? Good morning, Skip.
Good morning, Shannon. Jenny, I'm doing 12 times better than Shannon Sharp today in honor of the GOAT, number 12, who now plays in Tampa. Thank you very much.
Actually, he's not the GOAT. Actually, he's not the GOAT anymore, Skip, so stop calling him that. He's an old GOAT. There are new GOATs in town now, and we're about to talk about it.
So many goats on this show. That is not where we're going to begin. I would like to start Undisputed with some quarterback talk. According to Pro Football Focus, Deshaun Watson was the most clutch quarterback in the fourth quarter and overtime during one-sport games. Deshaun had 8 touchdowns to just a single interception when it mattered most. So, Shannon, do you agree with Deshaun being the QB on the all-clutch team?
I think Deshaun Watson has been unbelievable. And Skip, because we've had such a big picture of watching Deshaun Watson be clutch. We watched him against Alabama twice, once in a loss where he played unbelievable, and once in a victory where he threw a game-winning touchdown with 1 second left on the clock. And he picked up right where he left off early in his career, his rookie year. He did that. He ended up getting hurt side out the remaining of the season. And ever since then, we've watched Deshaun Watson be clutch in big moments. But I'm not taking Deshaun Watson. I do not believe Deshaun Watson is more clutch than Patrick Mahomes, boy. And Exhibit A. Well, I got Exhibit A, Exhibit B, and Exhibit C. The playoffs last year. 24 down to Deshaun Watson teams. 7 straight touchdowns, Skip Bayless. That's what you saw. He was down again. 10 points to the Houston Texans. And what did we see, Skip? You saw that in the Super Bowl, Skip. He was down 10 in the fourth quarter. 3 straight touchdowns. Skip, he's been unbelievable. And he's showing you different sides because before, he really never scrambled. But then we saw that run. Skip, wasn't that a great run, Skip? I hadn't seen a run like that. Oh, my goodness. When was the last time you saw a quarterback scramble like that? Shugging off defenders, stiff-arming defenders, rolling through, breaking tackles. They couldn't get him down. He would not be denied. He didn't do it all with his arm. He did some of it with his legs, Skip. And so when you look at it, Skip, and in 2018, you remember that final drive, Skip, against the Ravens? He needed a touchdown. Got it. 4th down. Got 4th and 8. Tyreek over the middle, 48 yards. In the touchdown, 4th down. Got it. See, the thing that hurts Pat Mahomes, boy, Skip, is guess what, Skip? He very rarely finds himself in a situation where he needs to be clutch because he's normally clutch throughout the entirety of the game, and he doesn't find himself in those predicaments. But when he does, he's been money. He's the best quarterback in football. He's the best player in football. There's no question about that. And I disagree with this. I think Deshaun Watson is unbelievable, but I do not believe Deshaun Watson is more clutch than Patrick Mahomes.
The best quarterback in football will reemerge in Tampa, Florida. Very quickly,
Oh, my God.
Pretty quickly, sooner than later, you're going to see a Super Bowl team in Tampa Bay, and you're going to see a 43-year-old quarterback prove to you once again he's still the current and the lasting GOAT in this league. But now back to Jenny's question about what happened just in 2019. Clearly, Deshaun Watson was the clutchest quarterback in 2019. And as you point out, Shannon, he just keeps doing what he did twice at Clemson against St. Nick's defense when he was even more saintly than St. Nick's defense. He threw parties on St. Nick's defense twice in a row in championship games, narrowly lost one, pulled one out with clutch last-second walk-off throw to Mike Renfro. I saw it coming. You saw it coming. And we saw it reach its peak last year when all he did was, to me, save Bill O'Brien's credibility and ultimately his job. Bill O'Brien just keeps making boneheaded GM decisions, and he keeps making boneheaded in-game decisions, and Deshaun Watson just keeps pulling him out of the fire, If you look at these numbers that Pro Football Focus came up with, and I was in awe of these, it's game over. It's not even close. I can't even put the GOAT in this conversation if we're just talking about 2019, because in clutch time, in these one-score games, Deshaun Watson had 214 snaps, which was by far the most any quarterback got thrust into a year ago. And in those clutch time moments, all Deshaun did was go 66 of 88. What? 66 of 88 for 909 and 8 touchdowns and only 1 interception. And they went on a late season run to once again basically steal the AFC South, and it was all Deshaun all the time. These are close games, one-score games. At Indy on that Thursday night, they won 20-17. Then he outdueled Tom Brady, who had no weapons, obviously, but at Houston, big stage game. Well, he just did. You know, it was a QBR of 85 for Deshaun, only 26 for Tom Brady. Remember, he threw one that N'Keal Harry just sort of lost, didn't even try for, and it got picked off, picked sixth. So we had that game, and then he goes to Tennessee, did Deshaun, and beat them 24-21. And then he goes to what is now Tampa Bay. It was then Jameis Bay. And he beat the Buccaneers with a late, long drive that ended in a field goal. They won that game 24-21. And then dare I even bring up the first playoff game that Deshaun played last year? Dare I even raise the issue of the play in overtime? They're down 16-0 at Buffalo. He scratches and claws back into the game. And then, remember, 2 pass rushers get free, looping from each side. They both meet at the quarterback. Huge collisions. Deshaun's sandwiched in the middle. He somehow stays upright. The 2 pass rushers knock themselves off each other. Deshaun escapes, flips it to his back, who then escapes and winds up going, 34 yards for the 1st and 10 that they just ran down the clock and then kicked the field goal. It was the playoff play of the year to me, and it saved and won that game.
You know the play of the year, Skip. Stop that. You know the play.
What?
My homeboy,
you talking about
27-yard scramble TD.
Scramble? He ran a 12-flat 40. I could have outrun Patrick Mahomes on that play. He was lumbering like an offensive lineman. My God. There were 7 Tennessee Titans who had shots at him. They either took bad angles or they just quit. They thought it was suddenly flag football, and they were all groping for a flag that wasn't there on the belt to Patrick Mahomes.
He's too fast.
It got clear down. It got clear down to like the 3-yard line, and 2 DBs just spin. They just like do whirly gigs, and they're like groping at air. I've never seen poor angles or poor tackling on any single run in the history of football. And you're going to say that was the play of the year? I guess it was the shockingly awful tackling play of the year. I'll give you that. But your guy who must weigh like 250 now, he's huffing and puffing and lumbering down the sideline.
Skip, stop hating.
They're not tackling me. I'm going to keep huffing and puffing until I get to the end zone. Stop it. That was the play of the year.
Be that as it may. He might be 250, he might be 265. All I know is that they couldn't catch him. And then he put the head fake on the one guy and shot past him and then kept his momentum in bounds, because his momentum could have easily taken him out of bounds. But he's like, no, he shifted his center of gravity, dropped that, kept trucking, split 2. They had him sandwiched in, Skip. You know how cars, like we see in the movies, and they're coming like, oh, they gonna get it. And he shoots right through the gap. Then one guy tried to tug him down by the ball. He's like, I will not be denied. Can't nothing hold me back. Can't nothing slow me down. And that's what he did. Can't stop, won't stop.
I remind everyone that play came before halftime. It was an avalanche of points on the Titans, and it was over before halftime. Basically, the Houston Texans game was over before halftime because once again, Bill O'Brien struck again. It's 4th and 1 all the way down at, where was it? They got all the way down to the 13. 4th and 1 at the 13-yard line. Deshaun has them up 21-0. He is badly outplaying Mahomes boy. And all of a sudden, Bill O'Brien says, I think I'm going to kick the field. You're going to kick the field goal. Why don't you just kick them right in the teeth? Kick them in the stomach. Kick them right where it hurts the most. Kick them, and the game's going to be over. You got a chance to go ahead 28-0. They're not coming back from 28-0.
Oh, yeah, we would have.
And then Bill O'Brien happened, and Bill O'Brien, as I said the next day, I'm not 20/20 hindsight, Bill O'Brien cost them the game and the season as usual. I have no idea how Bill O'Brien still has a job in Houston, Texas, but it's all because of his quarterback. That team was Deshaun or bust last year. It's even going to be more Deshaun or bust this year now that DeAndre Hopkins belongs to Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's going to be the wild card team. I wouldn't be shocked if Kyler Murray steals that division. They're going to be the surprise team of the year, in part because he now has the clutch receiver that was soulmates with Deshaun Watson. So I'm sorry, the body of work adds up to Deshaun Watson because we haven't talked about the Super Bowl yet, have we?